So hello once again, welcome back. Hopefully you've been finding these past seminars helpful. I hope that they are helpful. Someone asked me, how did I get started with this acting like a business, just a thought? Well, in the early 2000s, I was a columnist for a paper that was in competition with Backstage. It was called the Stage Press Weekly. And it pretty much contained a lot of the information that Backstage certainly had. And I wrote a column called Just a Thought. I wrote it for about a year. I had I certainly had several columns during the course of the year, maybe about 12 of them. And I wrote about the business, what my thoughts were on the business. And it kind of got me thinking about putting this all together as a package, calling it Acting Like a Business. The publication is now defunct, and hopefully I wasn't the cause of it. I hope not. And so I put together a seminar, and now I'm expanding it into these video sessions. Okay, so as we move on, this is session 4. We're going to be discussing postcards, your own website, and also demo reels. We're going to be covering all those tools of the trade in this session. Postcards, let's start off there. First off, postcards I found were a situation where you can have fun. I used to upload, create, and actually process my postcards on Vistaprint. I had a lot of fun doing it. If you have any type of computer skills, Photoshop skills, it doesn't have to be major. You can actually create your own postcards. And I'm going to show you an example of what I did when I was using postcards. Postcards are where we talk. Well, first of all, we talked about your headshots and not having all these wild and crazy type of looks, and make sure you have your 3 looks that are important to you. You can actually have just a legit and then use a postcard for your commercial or end those character-y type, okay? And what I do is I take these postcards and attach them to my headshot, being suggestive of the role that maybe my legit shot doesn't lend a weight to what they're really looking for. And let me give you an example. I do a lot of Italian mobster type, so I have postcard of me as a mobster, and I put all my information on here. I create the border. I get a little creative with it. It's a lot for me. It was a lot of fun. And on here, I could put down union, my number, my whatever website, email address, all along the border, and it has its own little information right here on the card. Naturally, in the back is blank. So I have my 2 mobsters. I also have my legit on a postcard also. I have, get a little funny, a little corny for humorous. I have that kind of oddball mobster guy, if they're looking for, kind of a slapsticky type of guy. I also have a little bit of hardened looks here, maybe an inmate or, some type of street guy. This is also one of my hard looks that I can use. And I have a kind of a laid-back, smiling look. But one of the really good things you can do with postcards, if you happen to be able to capture a shot while you're on set, in character, shooting, well, then you can use them to promote what you're doing. This here was a film I did where I was a cop. So it was an action shot in character, and I gave the information of what it was, and then also my own information. I did another one with I was a homeless guy. I had the lead role in this short film, and the same way, I was able to capture it, so it's right in there. And then there was another one when I was doing dinner theater, one of the characters I portrayed, I was able to capture that also. Now, so if they're looking for a mob guy, I would submit my legit shot and when we were doing hard copies, and if you're still doing hard copies, and then I would attach the photo or the postcard showing that I can do a mobster, I can do a con man, I can do an ex-con and that type of stuff. Now that's kind of the thing of the past with the headshots, as I explained previously. So if you can get these shots and you utilize them in an email, so you put your legit shot, and then you would put in as another attachment one of the character shots. Okay, but the postcards are the cheapest way to go, as opposed to getting full 8x10 headshots. Now, postcards are also used in mailings, which I think the agents and casting people prefer. A postcard. I'm going to have a session strictly on mailings and how to attack them and how to put them together and how important they are or invalid they are, and we'll cover more about how to use them in your mailings. So that covers postcards. Postcards are kind of important. They can even use them as a business card. If you're out and about and you don't have your headshot, or for something quick, you pull it out. It's got your contact information, your unions, your email address, your phone number. So it's kind of like a little more of a professional business card. It's a little bit bigger, and it could work in a more professional manner. Okay. So now let's move on to websites. A lot of us want websites. Do we need them? I have a website. I hardly ever use it. I don't update it all that much because the information is all contained in a couple of other sites themselves, like Actors Access and IMDb. All that information is there. I can't remember submitting a demo reel. These things, I think, are a thing of the past. But websites, I think, they become a vanity for us as an actor. Oh, we got to have a website. It shows everything. Oh, it's beautiful. It's very expensive. I mean, you get a guy to put it together, then you got to do your domain name. But you should always have your domain name anyway, so you should always lock that in. But then you got to pay for hosting. You got to pay for updating if you're not capable of doing it yourself. I myself have a website that I was able to create and edit it on the back end. There's programs out there that you can certainly use. But I don't know if agents or casting people go to those sites. I guess if that's what you have and they're asking for some footage of you, then you can send it to them. Then they got to navigate it. So I think it's really becoming a thing of the past, and I'll explain to you why. The other thing is a demo reel. Before we had websites or anything else, we used to have a demo reel. We used to be on an 8-track tape. Then it went to the CDs and that, and we had clips of all our work on there. And sometimes they were much too long. Sometimes people had clips that went on forever. 5, 6, 7 minutes. They don't want to see that anymore. Okay, casting people will know in the first minute whether you're going to be right or not, whether they like you or not. So to overextend the time on a demo reel, which again I don't think is necessary, is kind of counterproductive. What I suggest in lieu of spending money on your websites and or your demo reel is when you sign up for Actors Access, and I've said that's something you need. You can also upload your videos. Actors Access will also work as an email. It has the ability to email your information to someone containing the photos, the resume, your profile, and any video clips that you may have on yourself. So that's what I've been using lately. Fortunately for me, a lot of the casting directors know me. They know my work. I don't really get to send that information out like that, but occasionally I do. I'll see something independently somewhere on a site, because I still go to some sites and look for information, and I would use Actors Access to shoot off all my info. And it's a terrific site, and it's a necessary site to sort of use for yourself. Again, just to kind of step back a little bit, postcards are a great way to keep in touch with the with the industry people, mailings of your postcard. Again, I'll get into that a little bit later. Websites and the demo reels. I don't know how important they really are at this time. And the way the business has evolved, you can certainly do that on a lot of different sites and get the same effect than doing that. I think in this business today, you got to be careful where you spend your money, okay? If you're a struggling actor, and you're working, that other job, and it becomes difficult to lay money out, be careful what you invest in. Some of it is, it's not worth the money for such a small response to it, okay? And that's pretty much what I recommend at this point with those 3 items. So next week we will continue, and I will go into Actors Access and all the websites that we use to submit ourselves for projects. Hopefully this has been helpful, and I'll catch you next time. Remember, visit Facebook page, Acting Like a Business. Take care, and that's a wrap.